There are no words that can express the immeasurable amount of gratitude we have for our school nurses. You make it possible for learning to occur in our buildings every single day. Thank you for keeping our children safe. Thank you for helping our families. Thank you for serving our staff. And thank you for assisting the health department and our community. Without you, we would not be able to serve the 41,000 students across Lincoln. You help Lincoln Public Schools embrace all means all every single day. Thank you.
I'd like to take this moment to thank and congratulate our nurses for persevering through such an incredible year, one where they were given untold amounts of new and different work to do while continuing to do the amazing support services they provide to our students all across the district, and never at any time did they flinch from those responsibilities or their ability to help students. So on this special day, please know that you have our congratulations and our heartfelt thanks for all that you do this year and every single year. So thank you.
Hello, thank you, school nurses. The only word that I can think of is brave. You are the most brave people I know. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hello everyone, and I want to wish you a happy School Nurses Day. We have had a very challenging year, as you know, but you know what? We've really had a very good year, and in large part to all the work that you have done. On any year, you provide so much to our students and families to help them be healthy and be in school. And this year especially, you had a lot of additional tasks assigned to you and that you were asked to do. You did it tremendously. You did it with grace. You did it keeping the student at the center of all the work that you did, and we greatly appreciate that. So thank you, and again, happy School Nurses Day.
Thank you, nurses, for just being you and sharing your gift of care and love for our children. The nurse's office is that safe place, and it's been this past year especially, I'm pretty sure it's been even more of a sense of a safe place, and just really want to thank you for creating that space, and especially for this past year, sticking at it and sticking with it and sticking with our kids and helping us get through. Thank you so very much.
Well, hello everyone, it's Bob Rauner from the school board. Thank you nurses for all the hard work you've done. We've done a lot of work before when the concussion protocols and things like came in, and then coronavirus hit, and then more so. So thank you for all the work we've done. I think we've come out of the school year far better than many of us hoped and predicted, and I think a good portion of that comes to all your hard work this past year, so thanks again.
Good afternoon, school nurses. Wanted to send a huge thank you out to you today for the work that you do in Lincoln Public Schools. Just an amazing group of professionals. You know, in a normal year, our school nurses have a tremendous responsibility, keeping kids safe throughout the day, responding to crises in buildings, helping parents to feel comfortable sending their students to school. And you do that work every single day. And we are so thankful for everything that you provide for our students and families in Lincoln Public Schools. This year has been a tremendously different year, and your job and your responsibilities have changed, and you've rose to that occasion. You know, contract tracing this year, helping to monitor spread, helping us to identify ways that we can keep kids safe throughout the year, has been an enormous challenge. But you have stepped up, and you have been instrumental in helping us weather this once-in-a-lifetime crisis. And history is going to go down recognizing that our school staff, but especially our school nurses, were instrumental in helping us navigate this crisis. So just want to send a huge thank you out to you for all the work that you do on every single day, and want to send a great big thank you.
Hi, I want to go and thank you all. Nurses proved this year of all years that we need school nurses. Thank you so much for the extra work doing the contact tracing. I can't imagine how many hours you've worked. Thank you, and just know this board really appreciates you.
Greetings, school nurses and health services for Lincoln Public Schools. I am so grateful to be able to have this opportunity to tell you thank you. We often talk about schools being on the front lines during the pandemic, and when I think about our health offices out in our schools, that truly was the front line of the front line. So I know there were many days where you had students with fever, symptomatic students, and your professionalism and ability to navigate that and keep our school climate safe We can't say thanks enough for that work that has occurred this year and I'm sure is still occurring in our schools today. So thank you very much for your professionalism, your hard work, and your contact tracing. Yet another very important element to our plan and able to have a successful school year. And I know that often happened on extended hours, potentially your personal time. So all I just want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you.
My daughter is a nurse, and I know it takes a very special person to do that kind of work. Thank you so much for putting yourself on the front lines and using your compassion and expertise to keep us safe. Because of you, we live in a healthier, happier world. Thank you.
Happy School Nurses Day. If ever there were a year you deserved recognition, this is it. Each and every one of you has done incredible work, from contact tracing, doing expanded exclusion, running an isolation room, teaching, reinforcing, and explaining our district protocols to students, staff, and parents alike. And you've done all of that this year on top of your regular responsibilities. You know, a lot of school districts across the country didn't have in-person school this year. We did. And your work was an integral part of making sure we could have that success. As a result of your contribution to the system, thousands of students were able to stay on track academically this year. Your work will have a positive impact on those students for years to come. So I thank you for everything you've done. The students' parents thank you for everything you've done. And the community thanks you for everything you've done. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out we owe a special debt of gratitude to both Wendy and Julie for their leadership. So on behalf of everyone, I want to assure you that your work has not gone unnoticed this year and is greatly appreciated. Have a very special School Nurses Day on what has to be the most important one in decades. Thank you.
Happy School Nurses Day to all LPS nurses. Thank you for all that you do to keep our students, staff, and community safe and healthy every year. This year, more than ever, your hard work and care for Lincoln's children and adults is deeply appreciated. From contact tracing to teaching new mitigation protocols, you helped stop the spread and made school possible this year. For that and so much more, happy School Nurses Day to all the LPS nurses.
Hey, greetings everyone. My apologies for not being there in person today, but unfortunately I had a conflict that was on my calendar for quite a while. But I did want to take this opportunity to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the amazing work that you have all performed, helping our students and our staff and our community as we've faced this challenge of the pandemic. You know, as a kid growing up, I have great memories of school nurses. You know, they were the people who always helped us take care of bruises, bumps, if we had some bleeds. I remember trying to get out of math tests, but at the end of the day, the nurse and the nurse's office always represents a safe place. And I know that through this pandemic, which has been the most challenging time of all of our lives, and probably will never be challenged again like this, you have just risen to the occasion and provided the leadership and the stability and the science that our students and our staff and our community have needed to be able to negotiate and navigate this major challenge. I'm very, very proud of our school system, but I'm very, very proud of our nurses. We've managed to keep our kids in school from the beginning of this school year. Unlike the 3 million students around the country that still have not had live and in-person instruction, we wouldn't have been able to do that if you weren't on that front line of defense. And I know that as we were learning more and more about virus transmission, you put yourself in personal jeopardy at times. And that commitment to Lincoln Public Schools and 42,000 students does not go unnoticed. And so I want to just say happy Nurses Day, well deserved. I wish we could do more, but I want you to know you've been part of something very, very special. And your legacy, just like all of our legacies, is going to be that through this incredibly challenging time, you held it together and you came to work every day. And for that, this entire community of close to 300,000 people. The school district with close to 50,000 human beings is eternally grateful. Thank you for your effort. Enjoy your day, and we'll look forward to talking again.